Welcome to Getting to a Podcast, late night edition. I'm Brad.
I'm Dave.
I'm Hunter.
So tired.
I went to the bars for actually a minute before this because there's only so many places you can spend time at 10 o'clock at night.
It's 11:17 right now.
I worked from 5:15 to 10.
Yeah, we were waiting on this guy.
This
And
gainfully employed individual wasting all of our good podcasting hours.
What the fuck, man? Why don't you work earlier in the day? Like a real person.
I can't wake up that early yet.
Get a 9 to 5.
Absolutely no. I don't.
Get a job.
I don't like waking up at 8
We're all here to resist the 9 to 5 draw.
until
You're
for another
unemployed.
couple years. For another couple years, and then I'll be able
Yeah.
to do it. But it's just I'm used to that like early 20s of living in college of being awake for all the night.
Yeah. Honestly, I hate the 9 to 5. I like my schedule of like 7 to 8 to like 2 to 3.
Teacher shifts.
So you still have like some time after school to like go do something.
Yeah, there's
you know?
daylight at all times of the year.
You know, you can still go to the bank after work. You know, because like
are we old?
no, I mean
Yes.
yeah,
Yes, you are.
I'm also I'm trying to plan shit in my life. You know,
Yeah.
like the 9 to 5 banks close at 5. A lot of places like close at 5.
Do
So
they
like
really?
That's why
Yeah.
you get the app and you do mobile deposits.
yeah, but what if you have to like cash a lot of money?
Oh, dude, you can
Go to
you
an
can do,
ATM.
yeah, you can do that in ATM. I used to cash all my tips at this ATM, and I was like, this might be the closest to like being as vulnerable as like a chick on like public transit as I've ever felt, because I just have stacks of like $300 in like petty cash. Just
You've got just $5 bills totaling like $300, and you're just holding a brick of it, and you just see all the homeless people just looking at you like this from across
it's
the
not
train.
even that. I'm like, dude, if any guy who's like bigger than me just shows up, they could just take it from me, and like, what am I gonna do?
It's just,
Yeah.
okay, sir.
I'm like, I guess that's yours now.
Just comes up looking at you. That's my money now.
That's my money.
But
That's
he
my
just
money.
swipes it and just stares at me. I'd be like,
Swiping,
okay.
no swiping.
Here's like.
I'm like, hey, glad to help him out.
I hope it goes to good use.
I hope you enjoy that, sir.
you deserve it. Honestly, man, you look great. You go to the gym a lot.
You look like you do. Those shoulders, man, they're big.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, like you look like you could punch a hole in my chest. You work on triceps a lot.
How many times do you hit chest a week? Those things popping out like mountains.
Yeah, so I'm on this whole new, being awake at regular hours, not working in like the hospitality industry anymore. And so I stopped by the bar tonight because I've got like, 30 minutes to kill. So I want to say hi to someone whose birthday it is. And it's like 10 o'clock and no one's even there. And they're like, oh yeah, everyone's showing up in like 10 minutes. I'm like, how are you starting your night at 10?
Yeah,
I do that a lot. I usually start my nights at 11.
Well, yeah, you're 20.
yeah.
Yeah.
This is the time.
That's when you do that. But like right now, I'm kind of in the same boat. Like, I took a nap today to be able to record tonight.
Me too. Wait, Hunter, did you take a nap?
I can't take naps.
Oh.
Yeah, he's
haven't
too
been
young.
able to take naps since I was 10, 13.
Holy shit.
Yeah, no, it's actually really a problem. I will stay up literally all night
until it's time
and
to go to sleep.
and I will go to bed. The last all-nighter I pulled,
You like an insomniac or something?
not exactly. Sometimes though,
All-nighter
but not
last
really.
night.
Last Thursday though, I slept an hour and then had an 8-hour shift
Yuck.
after
Gross.
playing golf at 6 a.m.
Oh yeah, I remember you were like, "Hey, anyone want to play golf at 6 a.m.?" No.
Yeah, so I played golf at 6 a.m, and then after an hour of sleep, then went home, got my lease ready for my new house that I'm living in now.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Congrats on moving.
And then I ended up doing an 8-hour shift, and after that, I got home and I knocked out, and I slept from like 11 to I think 10 the next day.
Just put in a hard 11 hours.
Yeah.
I dropped a 3-hour nap in the middle of my day. When we figured out that we were recording so late, I was like 3 to 6 is my me time.
Yeah, I pulled like a really long night last night. I was just watching TV.
Just watching TV.
Yeah, I just couldn't sleep.
Happens sometimes to me
Yeah.
too.
Watching
And
like
then-
Wheel of Fortune reruns or something.
Yeah, pretty much. No, I was watching the Olympics, but
Oh, those are great. Oh, that makes sense. Dude, the Olympics time zone kind of fucks us right now. What events did you watch?
Paris is weird.
I was watching reruns. Well, not reruns, but like what was recorded before of fencing.
Of course.
Yeah, it was
Did
the
you watch-
women's epee and the men's saber finals.
The finals already?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Well, they do.
Yeah, there's like,
Events do finals, and then new events start, and they do their finals, and then new events start, and they do their
Yeah.
finals. Like, it goes all the...
Dude, that's crazy.
Yeah, it's not all, like, early rounds at the beginning of the Olympics and final rounds at the end.
I wish I was like that. I wish there was like a build up where like you watch the first
that last
rounds.
like week is just everybody's just doing the finals.
Dude, that'd be so sick. Everybody would be doing just like crazy parties left and right.
Yeah, well, the event planner in me really understands because they've only got so many stadiums. Like,
Yeah.
final rounds, there's a lot of people who want to go, and they can't fit all of them in all,
Yeah.
like, back to back to back to back. Especially because emptying those stadiums takes so much time.
Got me really excited for the next Olympics in 2028, which is set in LA.
Yeah. Well,
I
it's
don't
set
wanna
all
go to that.
over.
Well, okay, so I was looking it up, and there's going to be the water like stadium in a
Mhm.
way, like rowing,
Water
swimming. No, not water polo.
polo?
But like rowing, sailing, swimming, like the outdoor ones. That's going to be in Long Beach.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
Of course it is.
it's
Oh,
gonna
because
be
we
Long
don't
Beach.
have waves.
It's going to be right off
Yeah,
of
pretty much.
Belmont Shore.
Oh, holy shit.
Yeah, you could literally sit at Rosie's Dog Beach
It's
and
gonna
watch
be
it.
the same thing as you guys remember. They were gonna have like the mayor swim through the river in France.
in the sign.
Yeah, and then everyone was like, "We're gonna shit in the river when they swim," and like the river's
It's
just
still
disgusting.
brown.
Yeah,
They had to cancel the triathlon trainings there because it's so gross. The water in Long Beach is filthy.
Oh,
yeah,
it's
but it's not
absolutely
as bad as the
nasty.
River Sand.
Is it? Are
No.
we?
No,
God,
it's
no.
not. But it's also like more.
The River Sand has sewage pumping into it. I'm pretty sure. Like it's actually
do we,
disgusting.
though.
But
yeah, but like I've hung out in
ours
Long
is
Beach.
the ocean.
There's
So
like
it's a little different.
what's the
True.
What's the there's like needles. There's dirty needles on the beach.
Oh yeah, of course.
It's like disgusting out here.
It's gross, but it's not.
It's not
not
French
France.
gross.
It's not French gross.
Do you know the amount of people that we've seen just going to like the beach by the aquarium, and
Oh,
we've
the
just seen
Wanapero.
so. Yeah, we just
Yeah.
seen so many homeless people and so many drug addicts.
It's kind of bad.
Yeah, I mean, fuck, dude. If you're gonna be homeless, I mean, why not the beach? Like, it's
Be
kind
a
of
beach
it does
bum,
fuck.
You know, just go for it.
Like, I get it. I was gonna be a beach bum, so you know.
Yeah. My fake uncle.
Word.
He was just around. Everybody's got a fake uncle, you know.
Yeah, pretty much.
He would take like his job was to sail from the East Coast. He'd like get sailboats, go down through Jamaica and then go through Panama and bring it to the West Coast, right?
Mm.
Or he'd go from Texas and then
yeah,
go to the West Coast.
yeah,
So
whatever.
that
He's
was-
just sailing through the
yeah. Instead of shipping it across land, they would
yeah.
ship it through the water. Like that was his job. But he had like 4 months to do it, and it only takes like 2 months, if that. So he just like parks his yacht sailboat too. Like rich people are paying for him to do this
Right.
in like Cuba, and just chills out on the beach,
Hanging
for,
out in
like-
Puerto Rico, stop by Puerto Vallarta.
Yeah.
What a lifestyle.
Yeah, and he's just like I was gonna go when I was a senior in high school. Like he invited me to come out
It's a
with
nice
him.
time to start on the high seas.
And that would have been like the coolest experience. I wasn't able to go, but like that would have been so cool. Just like, hey, I'm spending 4 months in the Caribbean for free. Actually, I'm getting paid to do it.
Yeah. No, it's nice. It's nice sailing and stuff. But
I
yeah,
like saying
I don't. My uncle, he was actually a competitive like sailor, like World Cup stuff.
Oh yeah, he was this uncle. He was supposed to go to the Olympics.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it was the year Jimmy Carter boycotted the Olympics. So
Oh, like
that's why he
1980 or whatever.
That's why he hates Jimmy Carter.
Yeah,
He's very pissed off.
the Olympics have been crazy. I didn't really give a fuck about the last Olympics, to be honest.
Yeah.
Did you hear about the Russian athletes?
Oh,
They got banned or whatever?
Yeah, they're still banned, and if they want to compete, they have to compete under like a neutral
Mhm.
flag,
Yeah.
and like can't wear any colors relating to their country.
Yeah.
Can't like their gold medal just doesn't count to anybody.
Mm-hmm.
Mhm.
So even if they did go and they did win a gold, you can't say that they're from Russia. They just are an athlete
Yeah.
from the Olympic Committee.
I mean,
That's
like,
ridiculous.
as much as, like, the Olympics are, like, great to watch, and it's awesome to see that there's, like, things for people at the top of their sport to do. Like, it's always been a very political,
100%.
very, you know.
It's
Well,
very
it's-
political
It's
in every sense of it.
partly because of Ukraine, but it's also partly because of Russia has been found to have so many athletes who are just
Doping.
yeah. trend up.
That's because Russia understands what it means to be a competitor.
Russia knows that if you want to win a gold medal, you got to stick steroids in yourself.
I want to see
every
a
day.
sports competition of, where they encourage steroids and trend and all that stuff.
Oh, yeah, just
I
to
want to
see,
see what the max potential.
see how fast a human could run around a track.
Like, let's see what people can actually do.
I want to
you know?
see American football, but every single person on the field has steroids.
It's just roided up. Like,
Well, it's that, or I forgot which comedian proposed it, but he's like, if you want to do a performance enhancing drug, you also have to take a performance dehancing drug. So you're out there on roids and also like LSD.
I think.
I like that
do-
idea. I want to see that.
If you do a little bit of LSD, I think it's a performance enhancer as well.
All right, well then you have to do a lot.
You got to do a lot.
There's
You're just
ratios
looking
to
at
this.
shit.
Yeah.
Imagine it's baseball. The outfielder, like the center outfielder, is just laying down on the floor,
He's picking
Just-
dandelions. and
just
stuff.
picking dandelions
Yeah.
and staring into space, and the ball just comes and hits him in the
Just
nuts.
knocks him.
Just hits him in the nuts.
He's doing snow angels, but he's got the glove on it. Perfect catch, just at the top of the.
And he like looks at his hand. He's like, an apple.
Oh no! Just your outfielder just chewing on a baseball.
Just,
Looked like me, and when I was 6 and I played t-ball, dude.
Yeah. I never played t-ball.
You didn't miss out.
I did.
I played like baseball as a kid, but I didn't play t-ball.
I played what's it called? Coach pitch.
Coach
I played
bitch.
t-ball because it goes t-ball, coach pitch, then actual like baseball.
Yeah, I did coach pitch and then baseball.
When I did coach pitch, my dad was my baseball coach till I stopped playing.
I see.
I hit him square in the nuts off of his pitch. It bounced off. It went down like to the third baseline, and he was like, stop trying to make sure I'm okay. Run. Because I was like, Dad, are you okay? And he's like, shut up, go.
Your dad has that's that old school spirit of like, fuck all the rest of this, get on base.
Great hit. he literally
If you were in
limped
the
off
real
field that
leagues,
day.
that'd be a perfect hit. Good
He-
job.
he
Good
literally-
job, son.
Dude, he limped off the field. He was that
I'm pretty
bad.
sure he was proud of you.
Oh, he probably he was. He
He's very
absolutely
proud
was.
of
He
you for
said
that.
nice hit after the game.
He was upset that you hesitated. You got to seize these opportunities.
To be cold blooded, you got to hit your own father in the balls with the baseball and make sure that you get all the way around the bases.
Dude, I wanted to talk to you guys
Sometimes you just got to do that.
about competitor like philosophy and mindset. So I've been watching beach volleyball in the Olympics, and I don't know.
Now, men's or women's?
Women's.
You horny bastard.
I'm not. No. Okay.
You horny bastard.
No. As somebody who has competed in volleyball, if you're watching only the women's, then there's something a little bit off.
You horny
Okay.
bastard.
I will defend myself by saying that normally I don't watch volleyball at all because I never played volleyball. I don't care about volleyball. I am watching with a friend of mine who played a friend of mine who identifies as female and played tons and tons and tons of volleyball growing up. And so she wants to watch beach volleyball, and I'm apathetic to what type of volleyball I watch.
Nice
Okay,
save.
that is a
Nice
save.
save.
That's a save.
Yeah. Sure.
Team USA.
Sure.
So beach volleyball, for those of you who don't know, it's not It's not on the hard top. It's on the sand, and there's only 2 players on each team. So
Which makes it so hard.
The sand is
So
so
hard.
interesting too. Sorry, I
let's-
saw somewhere.
yeah.
Sorry, I'm
Absolutely. No, let's do it. Let's
we'll
talk
go
about
back
it.
to you in a second.
Yeah.
The sand is like. Do you notice how it doesn't stick to them?
Well, they're not wet.
Well, even they're
I guess
sweaty.
Even when
they're
they're
sweaty.
They're sweaty and they're moving.
Oh,
and it's hot.
interesting.
Yeah.
Actually, you're right.
It's a
Well, it's
special
cold.
type of no.
It's
a
like 65 degrees, and it's an open air stadium in France.
They're still sweating.
Well, they're still sweating. I'm just saying it's not hot.
Anyways, they use a special type of sand.
Interesting.
That's what I'm getting at. That
we should replace
doesn't
all the
stick.
beaches in the world. Tired. I went to the beach this week. I was
Because
up to my
usually in
knees.
beach volleyball, it's actually set up on the beach, and then that's why they do stick.
Mhm.
But in the Olympics, they have it different.
Yeah.
That's badass.
Yeah.
And a lot of beach volleyball, like actual like professional tournaments, they do that.
Mm-hmm. It's really interesting, like how they're able to just make new sand.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, it's like when they talk about like all the records being set and running, and it's like, yeah, it's equal parts like, you know, better training for athletes, better lifestyles, better understanding of the muscles, but it's also like the material they run on. Like the tracks are
It's
better
better.
now than
Yeah.
they used to be. But one of the things that's really keyed
Also
me
the
into
shoes.
the shoes, obviously, and I mean just the outfits, right? Like skin tight spandex is much better for drag than anything else. You don't dudes out here in the fucking Monk 11s running,
Yeah.
big billowing. Anyway, one of the things that's been really interesting about the beach volleyball from the women's team from the USA is they have one of their players is 5'6".
Yeah.
Like just like shorter by like half a foot than the next person easily.
And she's doing like pairs.
Yeah, she's doing pairs. So her teammate's obviously pretty tall because you need a front blocker. But she's like 5'6", and she's super badass. She's like 26. They're fucking it up in the bracket right now. I don't know how it's going to go by the time this airs. But like it's totally like competitor's mindset. Like she grew up and was like, oh, like, you know, I watched the Olympics. Like, oh, that's kind of a short defender over there. And they're like 5'10". And so like it's been like her whole like through college and everything else. Like they're from not New Orleans, Baton Rouge in Louisiana. Like all of this fight to be like, you don't need to be super tall to do this. You don't need to look a certain way or be a certain type of person in order to like do this. You just need to work at it.
Yeah.
As
Well,
somebody-
there's also like, sorry,
That's
like
okay.
being tall helps for certain occasions, and then being short also really helps
That makes sense.
because she's able to like get down in like and block a lot better, isn't she?
Yeah,
Not
definitely.
block, but like
Yeah,
defend
I
and
think
send back.
I think it's a lot easier for them to roll, like to fulfill roles, because it's obvious she's not going up to the net to jump and do the block. Like
Yeah, there's very like
limited,
set
yeah.
roles, but it's also like keeping those set roles might be more beneficial for that pair.
of course.
I as somebody who played volleyball, know that height is and is not sometimes a big factor.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Because so thing is, I'm 6'1" now. When I was
I would
playing,
get out a tape measure for that audience. I would give him 6 foot at best.
I went to the doctor's last time and I was 6'1", so you can slobber on it.
Yeah, and I'm 6'5".
All right, you know what, Dave? Shut up, guys.
All right. Continue.
You guys are ass.
Pros and cons.
So,
Continue.
like, when playing volleyball, I was like 5'11" in high school, and all the people I was going up against were like 6'3".
Mm-hmm.
So I'm a significant amount shorter than them.
Yeah.
And I still was jumping higher than them and hitting over them.
Did you
So-
you played on like the
On court.
yeah? Okay.
I played court. So I was an outside and a setter and an oppo. So the thing is, sometimes it's not about how tall you are. It's about like how high you can jump, how strategic you can be about hitting around them.
The
and, like,
strategy baffles me.
I was so rude in high school. If I knew that I couldn't get around
Hunter
a blocker,
being rude.
I could never imagine
can't-
Hunter being
no,
mean.
if I like knew that I could not get around this blocker,
Mhm.
or like if I was just doomed and they'd block it, I would just throw the ball with their hands to the point where they couldn't keep it inside, and it would just go flying out of bounds. And since they touched it, it'd be our point.
There you go.
I
I mean,
got
that's a strategy. Yeah.
4 points in a row by hitting the absolute hell off of the ball and touching their hands and hitting them on purpose, so that even if it went out on their side or on our side, they still touched it. So no matter where it went, we still got the point.
Nice. Hell yeah.
Yeah. That's a good strat.
I guess kind of the question I wanted to ask you guys, pros you guys like talking about this, is like, how much of a role do you think like a competitor's like mindset and philosophy and like training and performance plays versus like raw physicality? Because obviously physicality matters.
Yeah. Well, I mean, physicality is so important, especially for like swimming. Like if you look at Michael Phelps, he's built like a Dorito chip, and doctors and like people have said like he is the perfect specimen for someone who to swim. Right. And like he was born, and then he trained that way, and that like broadened his shoulders more and like all that. So like I think it's a little bit of both.
Well, he's got a little bit of an underbite. I'm sure he's taken on a little water. Well, he's eligible,
I guess.
What is he, a boat taking on water? Just
swimming, a little in the mouth,
just swimming, and it's like a shark. It just like there's like a flow of water through his teeth.
Yeah, it comes out his gills.
You know what else comes out of my gills?
What comes out of your gills, Hunter? Go ahead.
My mom.
Oh my god. What about you, Hunter? What do you think? What do you think about competitor mindset versus?
I mean, you look at the Mamba mentality.
True.
You look at every pro athlete. Most pro athletes, they have to try so hard to keep their status, and it's mostly about you have to wake up day to day knowing you are a professional athlete. You have to keep that in order to achieve your goals, to be able to gain the money you're gaining, whatever.
It is a short ride if you're not careful.
Exactly. Like NFL, if you mess up, you mess up one time, you're out within a year.
Yeah. Blow out your knee, get one too many concussions, especially for football where you've been stacking them since you were like 12.
Yeah. So like you have to have that mentality of knowing exactly what you need to do to be the best. You have to know this is how I'm going to train. This is how like I'm going to set up my life to where I can achieve my goals. I can be the best.
You think it's worth it?
Oh, no, like, absolutely.
Okay.
No.
You're looking at the Olympics and all these schmucks.
I'm like, these motherfuckers. They're not the best. No, I
love looking at the Olympics and be like, I could do that.
That's the thing though, is
I
like
totally fucking do
when
that.
you're
That's crazy.
When you're playing,
I could throw javelin.
For example, you're playing a video game.
Yeah.
You're playing a video game.
Sure.
You need that mentality of I'm gonna win this, right? If you don't try, if you put no effort into the game, what are you gonna do?
Well, I will say this about video games specifically, especially competitive ones. There becomes a point where it's not just about being good, but it's about playing enough hours, because video games, as opposed to like real life competitive sports, you can just hit Q on a competitive lobby any hour of every day.
True.
Hey, I kind of spaced out for a second and wasn't really paying attention to what you guys were saying. But
hate this guy.
Do you think esports could be part of the Olympics one day?
They already talked about it.
Is it?
You didn't see that?
I think it's authorized.
They're thinking of doing it during the Summer Olympics.
Here's the deal.
That's crazy.
It's really, really difficult because esports, like,
I think there should be a different league.
Any video game exists within the bounds of like the company that developed it. Who's going to develop the esports for the Olympics, or are we just going to rely on?
It's going to be like the same ones as usual. I think it's going to be.
So we're just going to play CS:GO and Valorant.
I think it's going to be CS:GO. No, I think it's going to be CS:GO, COD, Rocket League.
Maybe
Rocket League in the Olympics would be like kind of fun. I'm not going to lie.
I can fuck with Rocket League being in the Olympics, but it's like, I mean, what about StarCraft 2? What about the greatest like real-time strategy game of all time?
That one would be.
What about War? Let's put War Thunder in the Olympics.
Yeah.
What
video game would you put
No,
in the
actually, you know what?
Olympics?
You know what's crazy? I actually know a professional COD player.
Dude, there's a couple out there. COD is so big that there's a lot of spots.
I know a professional COD player. He actually was best friends with my older cousin when they were little. They played baseball together and everything.
Does he play for a team?
What?
He played on FaZe.
He played for FaZe?
His name is Attach.
Oh,
He's
okay.
a big COD guy. Look him up.
Good for him.
Can we put him in? Hey, phase attached. We're putting you in the thumbnail.
I'm sorry.
Let's not. Anyways,
Sorry, Don.
what esport would you put?
What
In the-
video game
what
would you?
vi- Yeah, what
I would
video
put in the
game?
Olympics?
Hmm?
Dude, Star Wars Battlefront 2 on the
That's-
Xbox.
Like-
that one, that's a good one.
The-
That is-
the
get a whole
newer
team
one.
go- oh, the new
I
one.
would okay. So here I
no,
would do
dude, the PlayStation
I would do
2
either
one.
one. I would do either one, but I'm so much better at like the new Xbox and PS4 version. It's insane.
Brad,
Smash Brothers Melee.
Yeah,
Smash Melee
I
is
brawl.
Brawl.
I
Brawl is-
brawl on my
Brawl
Wii.
Brawl is
goated. Brawl
easily
is-
the most dog shit entry in
It's
the
so
fucking
hard.
Smash Brothers.
Shut up. Anyways, it's the Wii U version. Anyways,
Sorry,
No, it's the regular Wii, dude.
Did you
That-
just think that calling it the Wii U version would fucking save that? Are you kidding
It's
me?
the regular Wii version
Obviously,
no,
the
no,
best
no, no.
versions.
I'm saying the Wii U version was.
of Brawl.
I can't remember anything anymore. Mine would be Minecraft Spleef.
Fuck you.
Hell is
What?
that?
That's the one where you click the block under people. Like
Mhm.
you try to like drop people by clicking, but they're clicking the block under you.
Yeah, it's like last man standing. That
Like,
would be crazy.
Did you
for
ever
an
play
Olympic medal.
the Fall Guys one where the hexagons?
Fall Guys?
Yeah.
It's like that, but you can hit
Fall
the blocks.
Guys is stupid.
Fall,
I
Fall
played that
Guys in
game
the
for a
Olympics?
while.
Among Us
That
in the
thing's
Olympics.
stupid.
Oh my god! Actually, dude, imagine all the countries like you only get one player. There are 10 people lobbies, and like you kill someone, and it's like immediate proxy war in the Middle East.
That would be crazy.
Hunter,
What?
you have to pee.
Go
All
piss,
right.
girl.
Piss in your pants. Oh.
We're gonna take a quick break.
All right, we'll be right back. Hunter's back.
Hunter, how was work today?
I was gonna ask him how it came out.
How what came out?
The piss.
Oh yeah, how was your piss?
Very long, actually.
Nice.
Very long,
Congratulations.
good, solid stream.
Oh,
Mm.
okay. I didn't know if you were talking about
Was
work
there
or
any, like,
piss.
Color, not
Same
good
thing.
though.
Same
Color
thing.
not
Not
good?
good color.
on a scale of like clear to amber.
Okay, if clear is a 1 and amber is a 10,
Sure.
I'm saying about 5, 6.
Oh, like a yellow Gatorade,
Oh, okay, no, never mind. It was like an 8.
like a fucking
Oh,
apple juice.
Jesus.
Looks pretty damn close, yeah.
Drink some water, dude.
Anyway,
Check your
how was
kidneys.
work though?
Yeah, how's work?
You came in here in a little bit of a tiff.
I did not have a good shift.
No. No.
It was mostly good. There was one thing that went not so good. I
pray tell.
kinda got sexually harassed.
At Chick-fil-A?
shit.
Yeah.
That's the
So
Lord's. That's the Lord's house.
yeah.
What the
is going on?
fuck?
So there was this SUV of like 4 teenager girls, like easily like late high school, early college.
And you're working the drive-through, like
I'm working the
You're the
drive-thru.
dude standing there with the
Yeah.
tablet.
Yeah.
Okay.
And so I come up to them. I hear them giggling when I come up. I'm like, oh, this should be great. This should be fun. Because usually when they start giggling when I come up to take their order,
You know it's a problem.
I know it's
Yeah.
they have a crush on me.
There's a plan in motion already.
Yeah, they're saying
So,
something.
Yeah.
Ugh.
So I ended up going up, taking their order. 2 of them had a mobile order, and the one whose actual order I was taking was the back right passenger.
Okay.
And so I
So just
So
all the
someone-
way across.
just all the way across. So I'm looking through from the left side of this SUV.
So your driver's side back
I'm the
window
yeah.
taking the order from the passenger side
yeah.
back seat.
So the entire car can hear.
Of course.
So she orders her food, and as she keeps ordering, one of the girls was like, "Oh my God, he's definitely not gonna like you." And I was like, "Okay, I'm gonna brush that off because that's weird.
Let's keep it
That's
professional.
weird."
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then she got a vanilla milkshake for her drink, and I was
I
like,
can see how this one will
I was
play
like,
out.
"Hey,
Yeah.
would you like any sauce for that?" today, and the girl in the passenger seat, front right, goes, yeah, she wants your vanilla milkshake sauce.
Gross.
Yeah. Immediately felt very uncomfortable.
Yeah, because you're just there.
I'm just there
doing your job,
and
now you can't say my pleasure.
So I still had to.
No way.
Yeah.
Oh, dude.
But so I kind of sat there like
I would not.
Mouth open. Yeah. No, I sat there mouth open a little bit like what?
You're just a dude making minimum wage at a drive-through, just being harassed on your.
I was like that. Okay,
That shit sucks, dude. I'm sorry.
I kind of sat there for a second, and then she was fumbling around to get her like Apple Pay to work, so I'm sitting there just like looking down, like I was like, huh, that's a really inappropriate thing to say. Mind you, I just had sexual harassment training for work, so I immediately knew. I was like, that was in the video that I watched. That right there would have been something not to say or something to report to HR.
Yeah, that's crazy.
And I actually told one of my managers later.
Yeah,
like,
sure.
Because she was about to leave for the day, and she was like, hey, how are you? And I told her the story, and she was like, I'm so sorry.
Yeah.
I'm so sorry. And then one of my other managers put me back out there for the end of the day.
That's not. It's important, I think, to have those conversations. You know, I think a lot of guys are under-equipped to deal with like sexual harassment because the power imbalance in our society is such that like obviously women on the bulk experience far more,
much more.
Yeah.
And it's just not taken as seriously when it comes to dudes, comes to guys. So
yeah,
it sucks. And I'm sorry you had to go back out. That's fucking crazy.
Honestly, that's probably one of the worst ones.
I was only covering a bathroom like trip when I did it. So I was only out there for like 5 to 10 minutes.
Right. Yeah.
That's
and then it happened within that time, and that was at the very start of my shift. So the rest of my shift,
rest of your shift is just
my rest of my shift, I was barely talking. I was just like looking down. I was like, I don't even want to take another order because I don't want to deal with another one. I don't want to deal with customers being rude.
Yeah.
I was like, I'm done with today.
It's just that one was just gross. Like you don't even say that to like someone
Yeah.
as a joke,
Like
I mean,
I don't want to be like insensitive.
If I looked at you and said, I want your milkshake sauce, how would you feel?
Honestly, okay. It'd be different if like I went through the line purposely messing with Hunter and would say something like that.
But that's the difference between knowing someone and being friends with someone and just harassing a fucking stranger because you're bored on a Monday night.
Yeah.
Like,
so I actually have had multiple times where like I'll have like the car come up, do the giggling and everything. I'm like, all right, well, like there was one time, it was last fall. This girl came back through the drive-through a couple of times, not in the same day, not in the same week, but like over the like.
Oh, she was just a person who went to Chick-fil-A.
Yeah, she was a person who went to Chick-fil-A, but she had a big crush on me. I was the worker crush.
Oh, you were the Alex from Target of Chick-fil-A?
Yeah. And so I
deep cut for you core Gen Zers out there.
That was a long time ago. Damn.
But so I was sitting in the drive-thru. I took her order, and as she was going past, it might have been another person because this has happened to me once or twice. But as they're driving like away, I just hear them yell, "He's so hot!"
Yeah.
Like I just it happens a couple of times where like sometimes it's like, oh, that's cool. I get to like be like, the hot like worker dude.
Right.
Like, oh, that's cool. Like I'm the work crush of like, I'm like the fast food crush. But then I'm also like, sometimes like they'll say stuff like that where it's just like uncomfortable like the entire car's laughing, and then like they're all looking at me. So there's like 3 or 4 women just looking at me like I'm an object. It's weird. I don't like it.
Yeah. Definitely
girls are brutal.
Working in
Teenage
the bar. Like there was a lot of that sort of stuff. Like obviously mostly targeted towards like, you know, female bartenders and like the girls who'd work there later, or like, you know, the hostess at the stand has like creepy dudes from the street walking up and they're like, oh, do you want a table? No, I want your number. And they're like 30 or whatever. But definitely like one of the like the worst things that happened to me was we just being a bar. There's sometimes ladies of the night who are in there looking for customers. And
does that mean what I think it means?
It does mean that.
Does it start with a P?
It could start with a P or an H or a W.
Rhymes with
lexically.
looker. Rhymes with looker.
But
she's a real looker out there. You know?
Great.
She's a real looker out there is crazy.
Yeah.
But they tend to be like more aggressive, I think, with touching guys. And like I had a whole like this girl came up to me from the side, like hand on the chest, hand on my back, and like a nice zigzag all the way down to like just a cup. And I was like, you know, for minimum wage, I don't think that this is ideal. And like it's just, I mean, especially in the bar scene, but of any worker, like it's always expected that, you know, customer service and be nice to people, and like you can't really react to things, I think, the way you would if you weren't at your job or weren't working.
Yeah, I honestly, I had something similar at my job because I was working at a high school, and teenage girls are honestly scary. Like I don't like I purposely make a point to never be in the same room with pretty much any student alone.
Yeah.
But specifically, like I will not be in the same room with like only teenage girls.
Well, especially because your age gap with like teenagers is like, you know, as an adult, it's
You're close
big and an
enough.
issue. But 17-year-olds in high school are kind of monsters.
Yeah,
or can be.
Because that's who I think was in my drive-thru. Because they were all driving together. They looked like they came from the beach because some of them were like wearing like their
beach
bikini,
attire.
beach attire, and so I was like, okay, well they've got to be like 17, 18 because one of them still had braces.
Damn.
So I was like, okay, they had to be younger. No, because they were all.
She's like, hey, I get my braces off soon. What are you doing later?
I can drive you around with my learner's permit.
Being an adult, going to college.
Yeah. Don't talk to me ever.
If you ever want to talk to me, be legal. And then then I'm gonna say no because you're too young. Yeah.
I think when I was like 20, I was like, I don't want to talk to a girl who's not at least 22.
I turned 20. I was like, yeah, 1 year is okay.
Yeah,
Emily's 6 months. So.
Oh yeah, you guys are now.
It's perfect.
Yeah.
But Dave, you were saying.
What was I saying? Oh, yeah. I had a student because I was subbing for the day, right? I was a TA subbing. I was subbing for another TA, and
okay. You're a TA subbing for another TA.
Yeah.
Okay.
And I'm at a high school.
The TA
which
of the
is
TA
pretty
is
rare
crazy.
that I'm at a high school, because I usually just don't. But I'm there and I'm in the classroom and I'm helping the teacher, blah blah blah, and then like fourth or fifth period comes in, and like big group, very loud, like preppy girls, you know the type, right?
The ones that are about to be sorority girls in a couple years.
Pretty much, yeah.
Okay, I call that
the annoying ones.
So yeah.
You know?
So yeah. No, I'm kidding. I love you all sorority girls. Do not.
Oh my God.
Do not.
Hunter.
Okay, no, not like that.
Hunter, stop. You're digging yourself a hole.
I appreciate you guys, and some of you are my best friends.
Hunter, just
but not all of you.
Not all of you, of course.
Because I don't know you guys yet, and I apologize for not knowing you. We're gonna cut a lot of what I just
we
said
are
there.
cutting shit.
Fuck.
What was I saying?
So a bunch of preppy girls walk into fifth period, and you're the TA sub.
Yeah, and I'm the TA sub, and I'm trying to run the class, passing out papers. It's basic. I'm making copies and passing out papers. That's my job for the day. Super normal.
Why don't you
like,
pass?
They're raising their hand. They're like asking me questions about like it was like an English class or something, and I'm like, girl, I don't know how to spell that either. All right.
You're like, I'm dyslexic. I don't know how to do that either.
Yeah, I can't spell that either. Don't worry about it. But like they keep trying to get my attention and like
No, just asking you questions.
yeah, they're not talking to the teacher. They're like being loud, only talking to me, and I'm like, I'm uncomfortable, so I'm gonna like walk away. And then they get up and move tables to sit next to where my like table in the back was,
Mm-hmm.
and then like they keep saying stuff. They ask my name, and I have like a badge that says like my full name on it, and they look me up and they find my Instagram.
Oh my god.
They find my
social
Instagram.
media is a fucking nightmare, dude.
And like my Facebook, my Instagram, all of that. So like now
now
I have all of it like blocked.
Yeah.
I have every like very private, very blocked. But like they're like requesting to follow. They're like, oh my god, like you're in college. Oh my gosh, can you bring us to a party? And I'm like,
No.
go away.
You're like, oh my god, are you 16? Yeah, dude, hang out with me and all my friends right now for sure.
It's like, go stop
a
talking to me.
I
Like,
will say,
I'm here for a
dude,
job.
The fucking. Do you guys follow any of your teachers from high school?
I was going to.
No, I
But-
don't.
I follow like
Don't.
one, and that was like it was very clear like don't
It's weird.
request till after you graduate, like don't be weird about it, like
Yeah.
coaches growing up, I'm sure like you guys had to
Coaches, I
have
get it,
numbers and stuff, but it's like very above board communication and like
Yeah.
I have one of my coach's Instagrams or Snap, I think.
Snapchat's crazy.
Yeah.
He was also like one of the youngest coaches, and he would play more with us, and he did a lot less coaching than the other coaches. So he was just the homie that was just pretty much there at practices that wasn't on the team.
I think following your coach is fine.
Yeah, coaches are
'cause
more
They're very like public. They're more family sometimes.
like I like having my coach's number means that now I see my coach's transactions on Venmo. Like my golf coach from like 6 years ago.
That's hilarious.
It's very interesting. Just a little peep into his life. But
Just see all the random bars he's going to.
I actually had a weird thing. So I actually followed two of my teachers from high school on Instagram, and one of them, like, he's since he was my teacher, like he's gotten married, had a kid, and like I realized that when he was my teacher, he's like the age I am now. Like he was straight up 23 and we were all like 15, and I was like, oh my god, like I can't even imagine being in charge of a class of like 30 right now. Like solo.
It's not as hard as you think.
It was for him. I mean,
Yeah.
if he ever sees this, like, much love, but like he fell asleep during our final one time, and like he was really just going.
Dude, he was probably so hungover that day.
That's what
He
I'm
probably
saying.
went to the bars and it's like, guys, just do your
Yeah,
final. I'm just gonna go to bed.
Being on the other side of like education now, I get it. Like I get the teachers that are like, I'm gonna, we're doing worksheets today.
Yeah.
We're doing independent study. Like I don't want to
yeah.
deal with you kids right now. I get it.
I
It's
had
tough.
one teacher. This was during my 6th grade, I think. I couldn't tell if she was really sick or really hungover. I think it was both, because she was sitting at her desk with a coffee and a tea, and had a big old water bottle just full of
she
like
was hungover. 100%.
full of like vitamins and stuff. And she was like, guys, I'm gonna put something on the screen and you're gonna watch it, and I'm gonna try to not pass out on my desk right now. And so we
Teachers,
watched
yeah.
I love teachers, they're
videos
great.
in the middle of like English.
I was at a school, and I was there for like, it was a school I was at for like 2 years. So like I got to know a lot of the teachers.
Sure.
Like
Yeah.
I didn't move around. Like I was at this school for 2 years during COVID. Like
Oh wow.
I knew all the teachers, I knew all the students, I knew all the staff, and they knew me. And I was actually like, I got like voted like best paraeducator of the year.
My
Like
God.
I was great. All right.
man.
Oh yeah.
Everyone took a vote. You're the fucking
I'm the
coolest.
best.
You
I
know
pretty
what?
much got teacher of the year, so go fuck yourself.
How about
alright?
you fancy yourself a
Paraeducator
pickle
of the year, all right?
and you shove that pickle in your mouth?
Anyways, point I'm getting to it, is for like one of the like last weeks of school, or it was like the last 2 weeks of school. It's really hot, and on that Friday, all the teachers had like a normal. Well, no, not on the Friday, on a Thursday, right? Because they had Friday the next day.
That is what happens in the week.
Can you go fuck
My
yourself?
fucking man. Go ahead, educator of future generations. Tell us what happens after Thursday.
Friday.
Well, we all went. All the teachers and all the paraeducators just swarmed a bar.
Yeah.
Just like
Dude,
I'm talking.
Teachers come in packs, man.
It was not a pack. It was like 30, 40 people.
Oh my gosh.
Walking
That is a
into
flock.
It was a flock. We all went to the same place. I saw a teacher that I would go from class to class, and I would like work under her. Just, oh my God.
Yeah.
I didn't know that woman could drink that much. Like,
Teachers go hard. Like,
she was down.
They want to forget everything because they're
Yeah.
so annoyed with their students. They're
and
like,
we're all talking
I-
shit on the students, saying how's the family, all that stuff. It was super.
I can't
wholesome.
believe Billy today, you know, man.
Yeah.
Like,
he
we're-
sat there with his phone out and his hood up, and I told him to stop. I had to yell at him 4 times, sent him to the principal's office. You know what he did? He ignored me.
we would be like kicking, like, you know, people get drunk in bars. They like to stand on tables and booths and shit. And we're like kicking people off. And I'm like, oh, like, ma'am, you need to come down. And her friend's like drunkenly yelling, she's a teacher. I'm like, she still needs to step down. It's hard right now. And I'm like, you
I
can't
get
fall
it.
drunk over a table, though.
Yeah.
That would make it even harder. Like,
Because you're going to die. Who's going to teach your kids?
right.
I think teachers need some extra support in society.
Yeah.
They do deal with a lot.
I think educator discount should be like up there.
They also need
it's
more
pretty
money.
normal, but it should be. It should be more commonplace than what it is.
Yeah.
My old work when I worked at Columbia, we had
The outdoor brand, not
yeah.
not the school.
outdoor Columbia Sportswear, right? They would give out like 10% if you brought, like, if you're a teacher, and then and I worked Columbia and at the school at the same time because I worked Columbia on the weekends. So we had like a 30% off for a weekend, and I'm like, all right, everybody go to Columbia. I'll get you all your discounts. Just come on in, get you all 30% off plus like friends and family. That's another
Nice.
like 10%, 20%
Deals
off.
on deals on deals.
That weekend, I think I saw like the entire staff just come.
Well,
It
they're
was
fucking
great.
broke. It's
New shirt,
hard.
please.
Yeah, no.
I have a pair of Columbia fluffy socks that I got for Christmas, and I swear I cannot wait till it's wintertime so I can put them bad boys on and not have to sweat potentially. Because you know what? This new house,
The Columbia socks. Oh,
I think Dave's. I think
God, they feel so
I think
good.
Dave's ejaculating right now.
The Columbia socks is.
Visceral ASMR reaction.
Yeah.
Yeah, Dave definitely just
Those are some
splurged
good
a little
fucking
bit.
socks right there. They're some of the best socks I've ever worn.
Dave's gonna need some of those Columbia Sportswear water
He's
resistant.
gonna need cleanup
pants.
on aisle 9. 9 being his
Listen,
penis.
You can attest. There's some nice socks there,
Dude,
all right?
yeah, absolutely.
They
You know
are
why?
Great.
Because I live in a house with AC now, and so when
You
it's
do?
winter,
you
so
lucky bitch.
when I lived back home in Moore Park,
Yeah.
never had an AC.
Really?
Never.
I guess it's kind of nice.
It
there.
worked. It worked till I was like 3, and then it stopped working. So I've technically never, in my mind, lived in a house with working AC.
As long as you.
I never had AC.
As long
growing
as
up
I've
either.
known.
Mm.
And then I moved to the dorms when I was 18. The dorms that I lived in didn't have
no
AC
way.
because Parkside M,
Parkside gang.
it was fun. It was really fun.
I almost threw up a real gang sign right now that just looks like a P, and I was like, never mind.
It's not.
Me and
All
my-
right. We're gonna have to throw a
It's
blur
M.
on that one.
It's M.
Yeah, it better be.
It is. It's for M Block.
Okay, in Parkside G
We call it the M
spot.
Block. Oh, good lord.
Yeah, dude. Parkside G. I lived on the second story, so we called it the upper G spot.
The upper G spot. Which one is G again?
It's the one closest to the Zen Garden.
I threw rocks at somebody who was having sex in
What
G
are you,
one time.
bored?
No, so
The
me
fuck
and
are you doing?
me
You
and
ever
my
throw rocks at someone
okay.
fucking?
Yeah, you ever
So-
see someone fucking go, you know what would really set the
Throwing
mood?
rocks at these guys.
I'm,
Wait, do you
I'm
mean
not gonna
rocks or do
lie,
you mean pebbles?
pebbles?
Okay.
So me and my friend George, who was in my suite.
Shout out George from the suite. Let's go. From
You
M
actually
Block.
we've talked about him before.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Okay.
But so my boy and I would just make terrible
My boy
decisions.
George from the suite.
George and I would
M
make
Block.
terrible
Represent.
decisions. And so we would go around knocking on random people's windows in the middle of the night of
Guys.
Parkside. So we'd run around and we'd just bang on the screen
There's
doors
too much
the
free time.
screen doors are open. It's the middle of like the night. There's no AC.
Yeah, there's
you're
no
gonna
AC.
You're gonna
You're
be
in
hot.
Southern California.
You're gonna be hot. So it's like it's 1 a.m. and we're running around just banging on windows in the middle of Parkside, running around. We're doing it to our own building. We're doing it to the buildings around us. We're like hiding when like people run away, like to try to find us. We're running like when we see cop like do their
course.
patrol. And eventually we get over to G on the other side because Parkside M is like the furthest from it. Almost. We get to that side. Second story, red light, shadows
Oh, dude.
on
he's,
the
Oh, no.
on the blinds, but the blinds weren't completely closed, so you saw
you know.
the shadows on the wall too.
You know this fucking freshman. He put up the LED strips around the top of his
100%.
dorm.
Oh, I did that too,
And, everyone
but
did,
mine
of
were
course.
blue. They didn't.
But he was sitting there. He was
change
like,
color.
you know what would really set the mood? Red.
Red.
Red to hang out with my girlfriend of 2 weeks in the dorms right now.
Hey,
Hell
I have
no.
a red light in my room, but mine's classy.
I don't believe you. Go ahead, Hunter.
What do you mean?
No, he does. I've seen
Yeah,
it.
you've seen it. It's classy.
showed
It's like
me.
a very.
Oh.
It's
Oh.
a really nice like
I
Victorian.
100% believe you have a red light.
You don't think it's classy?
I don't. There's no way it's classy. What do
Dave
you-
works
it's-
in the
it's-
red light district.
All right. It's a very nice
Roxanne.
Victorian lamp.
Yeah, I'm familiar with the lamp.
It's got the like you've seen the lamp.
The lamp's cool.
You've seen my lamp.
He's-
That has
he
a red
knows
light
the
on
lamp.
it,
Okay.
and it helps me fall asleep.
Oh.
Yeah, and it
Well,
helps
now-
me
Does
see
now
in
that
the
I feel
mean
bad.
because you're?
Yeah, now you should feel bad. Helps you see in the dark better.
So you and your
Anyway,
boy George
so
from the
me and-
suite
me and
M Block
George look up.
represent.
This guy and this girl
people having sex.
are getting freaky. Red light is on.
Get freaky.
Shadows.
freaky
Shadows.
in
Literally,
G- in
I'm
the
pretty
G-spot.
sure. I'm pretty sure I saw this guy take off this girl's bra in the shadow.
Oh, you see like it's like a cart. It's like,
Like
a
the,
movie
like,
silhouette.
Arm,
Oh my god!
yeah.
It's like there's
It's
the
literally like a silhouette.
screen right in front of it.
So we're
It's all
so
backlit
George and
so
I
you
look
can't
at each
see
other
anything.
and we're like, dude. So we get a handful of pebbles, like because you know the Parkside has like pebbles. All
Yeah.
over.
They had,
So
like,
we
the-
just get a handful
Oh my god.
and just
you're throwing
throw them-
handfuls.
throw them as hard as we
Oh
could,
my God.
hard as we could at the window. And so it's like a scatter shot from a shotgun.
oh my
You
god!
just hear,
It's like a snare drum.
yeah, it's like,
Fucking.
and it's just it's hitting the screen, it's hitting the glass, and it's not strong enough to hurt
just
the glass
really
at all.
killing the mood.
So it's just you just hear
You're
ping,
just
ping, ping,
a
ping, 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 ping,
fucking
ping.
cock
What
block.
a Hunter.
You and George from from M Block. You and George from M Block are fuck.
Our poor
you had a
editor,
heart attack for a
our poor
second.
editor Zack is gonna have to motion track that and blur it. But yeah, you and fucking George out here not
Block.
getting no play, got no
Ruined
women.
everybody else's
Even
time.
worse,
Huh.
you know those.
What, you jerking each other off?
No, you know those. You know
Wanna put a
those
plastic-
leaves that get really hard.
No.
What?
No.
What?
Okay, so you remember around
Your mom
Parkside,
gets really
there
hard.
was these leaves that fell from the trees, and they were like flat, and they would get hard.
Okay.
They would get really hard. They'd
Sure.
look like they'd almost be like.
Oh, they were almost
rocks.
like yeah. They
it'd
were
be
like felt like
two
wood
layers.
almost.
Yeah, it'd be like 2 layers, and then there would be
Interesting.
layers in between that would like spiral around it, kind of.
Yeah. I
Yeah.
think it was like a seed pod type of thing or
Yes.
something. It was something. It looks like a leaf, but it's Anyway,
but it's like a seed
So
pod.
lost.
We got those and threw them.
they're like pita chips, basically.
Yeah,
Oh.
it's like really big,
Okay.
harder Peter chip.
Wait, how many
Pita
times
chips.
did you throw rocks at this one window?
3 times. On the third
Like
time,
1, 2, 3 dip, or like
No,
one
like
dip
one-
comeback.
yeah, no, it was like
Oh.
that. It was like a 1. They
You
didn't do
terrorized
anything.
this dude.
Yes, 2 didn't do anything. Third time, the girl's pissed off. She comes up
I
to the
wonder
windows.
why.
She goes up to the window. She goes, "Would you guys fucking knock it off?"
Duh.
It's probably her dorm.
You think
What's
it was
her
her
door?
red light?
I think it's her red light.
It was her. It was her and her boyfriend. I think it was her and some random guy.
Their poor roommates like sitting in the commons, sleeping on a couch, like, and they're not even getting laid.
They're not even getting. They're not
terrorized.
even getting fun. They're not even getting to have sex because me and my friend.
You guys are
just
monsters.
terrorizing them.
God.
Good for you. I don't support immoral sex. Premarital sex is
Yeah,
bad.
premarital sex is bad. That's why me and George stopped it.
This is a GTIP sponsored segment called "Do you see someone in your dorm complex having sex through a window? Throw rocks at them."
Stone them until death.
Oh,
That's what you get for being a premarital sex haver. God.
yeah, not like George and Hunter.
Yeah.
Poor
Yeah,
George has just
I'm
gotten
moral.
roped into so much of this.
It's not like in the.
Can we have
school
George on the
watches
show?
this.
I want to see this guy.
George would be. I don't know if George would be a great idea to have on. There
Don't
would
care.
be-
That sounds even
the
better.
amount of stories that we would have to just like blur out
Uh-huh.
half of is insane.
You guys are menaces.
I think that sounds like a beautiful guess. That's a perfect guess.
That would be a good guess, but he knows his older brother.
You point at me.
Yes.
What?
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 I know George's older brother.
Yes.
Brad, do you care to share?
I don't. I don't know what I would share.
Oh, all right.
Okay. What's his older brother's name? I do know George's older brother. Oh, dude. Hey,
So you
shout out
know-
Patty. Just moved, actually.
That's
Where do you move?
No.
Okay.
I saw a bunch of people put together a going away post for him.
Yeah, he moved out of Guam.
Yeah.
I had a friend who found a cat in a parking lot, and they named him Tarmac.
That's fire.
I'm gonna name the next cat I have Mr. Chuckle Knuckle.
That sounds sexual.
Now Muckle, is that a
Knuckle.
second
Knuckle?
Chuckle Knuckle.
Chuckle Knuckle. Yeah, that's very sexual. I don't want to.
There's a podcast called Chuckle Sandwich, if that means anything to you.
I don't give a shit about other podcasts. We're the goats here. Getting to it. Welcome to Getting to It. We've been getting to it. I'm Dave. This is Brad. This is Hunter. Catch y'all later.